Riku! Axel! Vincent! Sir Venom!
Waterdeep Harbor is under attack. Hansel, brother the Riku, had rushed to bring the grave news while you were being questioned by a dragonborn named Monduise Defar, a paladin of Helm and a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. The Order of the Gauntlet. It's a paramilitary religious force of 13 members sworn to root out evil and destroy it across the Sword Coast. The group is legendary in name, but rarely observed while ensuring the peace. Most of the common folks know that they are trusted by all the members of the Lord's Alliance up and down the Sword Coast, and they're allowed to roam where they please. They are servants of all cities, protectors of the common folk, and the shield that has stayed the peace for over 20 years. And it was revealed to you that they've ensured the peace through holding an artifact called the Quainon. The Quainon auto-scries evil across the Sword Coast, allowing them to see when something is activated that could threaten the cities and folk of the Sword Coast. That's to say, the Order of the Gauntlet has become interested in Axel and Riku due to scrying them while in a cave near the town of Homeport. The group was temporarily separated from one another. Vincent and Sir Venom off to the Moonshae Isles to obtain a bow in the name of the Raven Queen. Axel and Riku discovered an Etten being bullied by farm animals who could speak common. This Etten and the animals were in a cave, and it was at the back of this cave that they discovered a broken obelisk, which they reformed across the ground. Upon which doing so, the book you retrieved from the Amber Temple, once held by the Raven Queen herself, bursting forth from your belongings and absorbing some sort of energy from the obelisk. But that's not all that's happened since leaving Barovia. The Roosters, as you've now dubbed yourself, have opened a nightclub and casino in dramatic fashion. Attack and resurrection and all. You cleared the name of Riku's sister Marika from a dastardly Yanogu. Vincent has dedicated himself further to the cause of the Raven Queen, obtaining a bow bestowed with her powers. You determined that a woman named Natasha was the murderer of the Professor Marika was framed with killing, and you killed a dragon and claimed a deck of many things. And now you find yourselves in the city of Waterdeep, having been interrogated by Monduise Defar, trying to understand what they had seen with the Quainon and why it activated. It is also known that you were at the Afterlife Casino, and it seems that some of your more illicit actions have finally caught back up to you. But for the moment, Monduise, who, let me write his name down on here so you can see. Monduise and Hansel and another member of the Order of the Gauntlet, whose name is this would be, shoot, which one is? Oh, Sir Oslin Narin. Sir Oslin Narin here are now asking for your help to repel the pirate attack upon the harbor of Waterdeep. They've said
Now you want our help.
they do indeed. And in fact, the Blackstaff herself is going to assist in this repelling of the harbor attack as well. They have made the request that you help them repel the attackers and save as many Waterdavians as possible. Monduise puts it to you bluntly. If you help us, it will give you a chance to present yourselves in a better light than you may have before. If you do not choose to help, then you will be considered enemies of the free people of the Sword Coast, and agents of the Lord's Alliance will be alerted to who you are, what you look like, and that you are to be apprehended on sight. If you help, well, you'll speak with the Order of the Gauntlet, and maybe we can determine a better path forward.
Riku just looks to the black staff and is just like, what he says is true, right?
And
Yeah,
she
well,
nods.
This is our city too.
And then
We're the
Riku's like, all right, let's
casino.
do it. Sign us up. Let's go kill some pirates.
Yeah, we don't want people fuck with our city.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're resident here too now. We got a house and a casino.
We got a place of business.
You're in
This is a different city.
Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in
Oh, we're in
Waterdeep, not
Waterdeep.
Oh,
Neverwinter.
Nonetheless.
Is Mondui's fighting?
He is going to join the fray eventually, yes.
Okay.
Well, you're lucky I enjoy fighting for the good guys. You guys are the good guys, right?
And Hansel sort of laughs and goes, they're the best. Hansel explains, and actually I might have a map of the city to show you this for a moment.
Riku goes up to Vincent and goes, hey, we're the good guys too, all right?
Yeah, I got Vincent gets his bow out and gets all excited to fight and watches the door.
All right. Hansel quickly grabs a map off the wall and begins to point on the map as to where the attack is happening. And he says that there are 3 ships that have hit the dock ward. There's one in the southern area here. That's where he and the Griffin cavalry are mostly pinned down at this point. He says that it will be okay in a matter of moments, most likely. The Order of the Gauntlet is pinned down in this section here. They would ask for reinforcements from Monduis and Sir Oslin. But that Coin Alley near the home of Mert is under siege, and that there is no backup at this time. They would ask that you go there and simply attempt to save as many citizens and city watch as you possibly can. And at this, the Black Staff says that she would join with you.
Riku nods.
Yeah.
Says, let's go.
Sir Venom looks to Mohandu. He said, "We'll help, but I called dibs on one of the pirate ships once we repel the invaders."
He sort of laughs and he goes, we'll sort that out after it, but noted.
All right, boys, we got first dibs on the pirate ship. Let's go take these fuckers down.
Do explosive barrels exist in this world?
They
I-
do.
Nice.
Are
Do
they
you,
painted red so we can tell them apart from the
Yes,
others?
As you're rushing to the harbor and down Coin Alley to make your way there, you're having this discussion. Make a history check. First roll of the session. Are explosive barrels painted red?
23.
A 23?
Yeah.
You would know that most of them typically actually have their stopper on top, and typically with like a skull and crossbones along with a red liner along the top of the barrel.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming the city is like OSHA safe, so everything's going to be properly labeled with the correct, what's flammable and what's not.
I mean, with that sort of role, you would know that Mert has attempted to enforce certain safety precautions across the workforce and has failed miserably.
All right, so while we're running, based on what I know, I use minor illusion to show the boys what kind of symbols and markings, like what an explosive barrel would look like.
Nice. A powder keg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gunpowder keg.
Yeah.
Noted. If I see any on the bow, I'll shoot at them.
Okay.
Ooh, with a fire arrow. Oh my god, now
Yeah.
we're cooking.
Yeah. I wish I had I have a spell that I could have given him, like permanent fire arrows, but I don't have it prepared.
You can
Well-
do it. Yeah, just wrap a rag around it.
Let's make our way.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah,
come down Coin
Where are we
Alley,
on the map? Yeah, are we like there? Close?
yeah, I'm gonna bring you there. Actually, hold on. I'll bring your guys down there. So as you approach, actually, which way would you like to approach from? Would you like to approach down Sail Street from the east, or would you like to approach down Coin Alley from the north?
I'd vote whatever the
Along
most
the,
direct path is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say along the water, because then you could try to. The sooner that we got to the water, we could be able to see what's going on. I would
Yeah, we
assume.
need to like be able to assess
Okay.
the situation before we're not just like charging.
Ooh, I got you one better. Once we get about right there, Vincent takes one of his arrows from Dreamweaver
Oh, here we go.
and shoots one up into the air, and it turns into a Raven familiar to do some scouting.
Oh, nice. Okay. So even as you just get to about here, you can see smoke in the distance in the area where you believe you are supposed to go help defend. As you get to here and you do this, Vincent, you can see the smoke billowing from large sets of flames. And as you do this, you shoot the raven into the air, and I will give you a view of the field of play.
Whoa!
goodness.
This is very colorful.
Yeah, now
You
that's a battle
see
map.
you see simultaneously a bloodbath, mayhem, and many ships on fire. There are some small ships on fire. There are some large ships on fire. There are city watch dying and bleeding on the ground. There are people running around screaming in terror. And there are what appear to be two main sets of combatants as your raven flies overhead as you continue in from the east. And I will place your guys over on the left side of the map in just a moment. There are two sets of combatants. You've got the city watch and the citizens on one side, and the other, you have what appear to be tieflings, tiefling pirates, and they are working alongside rough-looking, white-skinned humans, um, almost in what we would recognize as sort of like a Viking dress. Northlanders. You all know them as Northlanders or Norse folk. They come from the islands such as Ruathrim, off of the coast of places like Luskin and Neverwinter, to the north and the northwest off the Sword Coast. They are rough folk, they are pirates, they are barbarians, they're effectively Sword Coast Vikings. So, I will bring the group in. And I'll place you guys on the left, and I will let you place yourselves sort of like within a certain area here. Go ahead and place yourselves where you would like there on the left. Now that your
So is
tokens
there
are in.
yeah, is there enemy ships? These are all friendlies right here, docked.
I will let you each make one perception check to try to understand one thing about what you can see. You get advantage, Vincent, because of the Raven.
All right, I would like perception. I would like to specifically try to locate the enemy.
Okay. So the enemies are actually going to be pretty clear to you by the looks of it, Vincent. It is, for the most part, people such as this here. Actually, let me change my pointer so that's a different color.
Ooh, there's some dead people already.
There are some dead
Man,
people already.
this is
How
a
do I change my
bloodbath.
pointer color?
So they've already breached. I guess I was thinking they were like coming on from a ship somewhere.
So I've got a
Like
yellow pointer.
Shit's already
Yeah.
happened.
So yeah,
So
we're already in the middle.
you got these like Northlander guys here.
Yeah.
Do you see those? And then you've
Yeah.
got like a tiefling here. Northlanders. Um, Actually, as you look around, the defenses are crumbling rapidly. You notice dead bodies. You notice dead watch. Uh, it looks like they took this area quickly, and many of the tieflings and the Northlanders are actually ransacking the market and the goods that the ships had been bringing in at this point in time. They've burned the ships, they've taken goods off of them, and they are doing stuff. What I would say is don't go beyond basically that point right there, Vincent, because I'm going to have you guys roll for initiative. From as
Yeah.
long as you're behind this point, you're good, but otherwise we're
I
going to
was
roll
gonna
initiative.
yeah, I was gonna say let's kind of make let's make like a wall and just kind of
So what
hold
happened
hold
last
on.
session exactly? Because I'm missing some spell slots. It looks like. Is that
Oh,
supposed to be like that?
I believe that you went down into the basement to clear Marika's name, and you
Yeah, but we
used
never
some
fought the
spells.
guy.
You did not, but you
Yeah.
used spells to turn invisible and to sneak around inside the Bard College.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I
I
believe,
was just curious. Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
All right.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
gonna
missed a
refresh
couple
anything.
spell slots too,
Okay.
Do
but only a
we?
couple.
Does anybody of the bad guys appear to be shouting orders or look like they're in charge?
Ooh,
of-
that's a very good question. With a 16, um, I'm going to say that none of the individuals within your line of sight, like in this area, and they're still fighting some guards here, none of the individuals there are necessarily in charge, you would say. Um, I would say, let's see, none of those guys are in charge. Not from your vantage point at this point in time.
All right. So you guys want to go in the same way or like try to sandwich them? Because I was thinking of let me get my little pointer here. Getting on top of this roof and then just dropping down and fucking start wailing on
Yeah.
'em from this side, and then if
I
you guys go from the other side,
Whatever we do, we
I
gotta
was
stick
gonna
together.
sandwich
I was
them.
gonna hold this line right here and take out this group first and then work on this group next. Yeah, I was thinking
It's
we
like,
hold the line and just start fighting.
I was thinking
I
since
don't
I
know how
could,
much.
since I can fly, I
I
can
don't know
kind of
how.
like zip around where needed. Like maybe
I don't know how much
stabilize
movement
any
we
like
need.
guard members or civilians or whatever that are hurt or dying. And if
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd be probably like 30 feet in the air coming up in this area. Would I? Do we see? Like, do we know where their boat is? Their ship?
Okay, with that, Sir Venom, you can see that over in the top right corner of the map, there are several Norsemen who have little ships here, and there's one in here as well. And it appears they're guarding slash loading goods onto these little boats. In fact, you can see this one, this tiefling, and this tiefling. They both have, I want to say, small lock boxes, no more than like a foot and a half long, 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep, that appear very strongly locked, and they're holding them very carefully and gingerly as they load them onto a boat.
I say
Oddly specific.
we try to make for that dock. Stop them from getting away
Yeah,
with all the
we
good
take
stuff.
that loot, not them.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys want to try to make a beeline there and fight our way through? Be on the
Yeah.
move.
Help everyone we come across as we can, like on our
Yeah,
way.
let's do it.
All
Okay.
right.
And Tenora Hadare says, remember, save as many of the citizenry as possible. I will assist you as well. And she's going to go in the initiative as well. If you guys are ready, go ahead and roll initiative if you're ready
go.
to rumble. And if you can be up as close as Vincent is here, sort of like before
Yeah.
you enter the market. Um,
Yeah, I guess my plan is to go down this street then all the way. Fight our way this way. Make our way to the dock.
okay. All right, Sir Venom, what would you like to do?
Let's see. So, like anyone like nearby us where like the bad guys are fighting like guardsmen or townsfolk, stay within
Uh,
90 feet of where I am.
Right here, right?
yeah, I think that's 90 feet. Yep.
All right, so I am. Where's my tokens? I'm gonna drop down my Celestial Raven Knight right in the middle of them. Doesn't need to be that big.
Is that a spiritual weapon?
No, that is 5th level Summon Celestial.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Pretty beefy.
It's going down.
This is a good time for something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's my action, and then when I summon him, he can make an attack. So he gets 2 attacks. And I'm going to summon the defender version. So let's see. 5-foot reach, 1 target. What's his what do I roll for it?
So it seems like these guys
Spell
with like
attack modifier. Okay.
the green and yellow jackets are the City Watch.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, so he'll let's see. Who looks strongest out of all these people?
Ooh. I would guess the tiefling lady.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell him have him next to the tiefling, and he's going to attack her with a 27 to hit for the first one.
That is a hit.
All right, so it's 1d10 plus 3 plus 5. So 1d10 plus 8.
Raven Savagery. Nice.
Oh, so 18 radiant damage.
It's a 10.
It's 1d10 plus 8.
Oh, I'm just saying you rolled a 10. That's good.
I know. I'm rolling high so far.
Yeah,
Let's
seriously.
see. And I can choose itself or another creature. So which of these 3 looks to be in the worst shape?
You actually are going to think it's this one just behind the tiefling.
All right. Well, they get 1d10 temporary hit points.
Oh, you mean the City Watch? Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. No, that is easy enough to do.
All right. So whoever looks the roughest of the City Watch gets 6 temporary hit points.
They were leaning on their spear, and they begin to stand a bit straighter.
And then I get another attack. I guess I'll attack the same tiefling with a 14 to hit.
That is actually a hit.
Nice. So 17, another 17 radiant damage.
Okay, and she is dead.
Nice. And then whoever looks the second most beat up out of the City Watch, I'll give them some temporary hit points.
Now, as you do so, they stand up a bit straighter as well. You can see that they're like holding their shield more sturdily. The tiefling, as the radiant damage courses through her, you can see the sword. It's like a sword spear thing on your celestial. Is that right?
Yeah.
So as this raven celestial sword spears this tiefling, and the radiant damage courses through her, you see that she attempts to turn ethereal to phase out of the sword, and then fails to do so, and half rips her body off of the sword and falls screaming to the ground, holding her wounds, dying. And as she dies, you can see her flesh begin to not melt away, but sort of dissolve. First the skin, then the muscle, her hair, into dust, into nothingness, almost a mist, more mist and fog than it is particle dissolution. And then her muscle, and then you can see nothing but bone, which itself turns to this same sort of mist and fade across the ground. The individuals in the area sort of step back momentarily, stricken by what they've just seen. But the battle amongst them continues. Is there anything else you can do on your turn, Sir Venom?
Good question. I can't cast another spell. Can I do anything else? I guess I'll just move a little closer.
Okay.
So I'll move like over to here.
All right. Sounds
And
good.
I'm like 25 feet in the air right now.
Gotcha. As you're doing that, you see this fishmonger run out from behind his stall with a bag of gold in his hand, his favorite cleaver in another, and yelling, "Oh God, save us, save us, save us, please!" And as he runs, beginning to run towards you, you can hear the clink of coin in the bag, and he's just like trying to get away from the area. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Oh, Vincent wants to start shooting things. He's gonna go after this bad guy.
All right.
Pull out his bow with the sharpshooter.
Yeah, 31's gonna hit.
I'm gonna re-roll that too, just because I can. So 23 damage on that one.
And that guy's dead.
Oh, sit him down.
Headshot.
All right, and then is there 2 bad guys there left in the back?
There are. And as they see this guy go down with an arrow through the eye, they're kind of like shocked and surprised. And you see the city guard saying, "Form up!" And they're like forming up more of a shield wall now on these 2 remaining guys and going, "Together!"
Yeah, we'll try to help him out. We'll shoot at this close one with a sharpshooter.
That's a woman.
25
That's a hit.
for 22 damage.
That is another kill, Vincent.
Oh. And then I've got 30 feet of movement. So I'm going to run far up as I can along these stalls.
Okay. Full turn?
Yeah, that should do it.
Axel, what would you like to do as you are standing in the sort of path of this smelly fishmonger?
Yeah. So he's friendly, right? I mean,
Yes,
just looking at his
he
little,
seems terrified, is what I would
yeah,
say.
his picture. He looks. I was like, oh, there's a homeless guy storming the. Okay. Uh, and is it safe to assume I would have raged before entering all this? Because I feel like,
Sure. Yeah,
know,
you could have
yeah.
raged as your bonus action right before you started.
And third and final question: is this a bad person? This green-skinned lady
Uh,
tiefling?
she is fighting that city watch.
Okay. Well, then we are. Oh, also, I gotta do some measurements here.
No good
15.
plan.
15 to get to her. Okay, so 15 movement. Run up to her. And then what's it called? Recklessly. Actually, is what do I get an advantage because this guy's already engaged with her, or
Yeah. Not from that location, but if you flank her, for sure, you'd get advantage.
I'll just recklessly attack anyway, and I'll just give myself the advantage. All right.
Sounds good.
Recklessly and great weapon mastering and 15 to hit this person.
That is a hit.
All right. Okay. So I gotta remember how to play here. Okay, so I click the button.
Far so good.
Okay. So that's
20 damage.
20 plus the 10 plus the rage, so it's like 32.
Holy shit.
Wowzers.
How would you like to do this?
I'm gonna give her like, a little shoulder smack to get a little distance to get her, and then uppercut, head chop.
Okay. And as you do this, and your blade slices up through the jaw into the nasal cavity, and then further up through her skull, you see the same thing that happened to the other tiefling happen to this one. First the skin and hair and nails, then the underlying muscle and sinew, then the underlying skeleton turn to mist and fog, sort of spilling across the ground momentarily. With this guy stepping back, can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Absolutely. Dexterity saving throw. A 5. But do I sense the danger is the question.
You do. You saw the other one die. I'll say
Alright.
that this is a danger sense moment.
So 12.
That's good enough. You're able to step back and not too much of the mist or anything touches your boots.
My boots. Okay. So then 35 looks like 35 feet. And I've used 15 to get to where I am now, so that'll be my 50 if I could get like right here ish.
Yeah. Yep.
So then we'll use our extra attack on. I assume this thing with the face paint is bad.
She was attacking the city watch at one point,
All
so as
right.
far as you could tell.
Yeah, so then we'll recklessly attack Great Weapon Master her.
Okay. And you do get advantage on that. Nice. Okay.
21.
That's a hit.
Okay. 31 plus 10 plus 2. So okay. So then
Describe your
they're
kill.
dead. Well, do they have their back to me?
This one in fact did.
Yeah, I'm gonna just a big slice, a big back slice. Big wound. Big wound.
And you go shoulder blade to hip across the diagonal on her body, and she
Yeah.
goes sprawling forward at the feet of the city watch, who see you do this and shout, "For water deep!"
Yeah. And then I still have my bonus action if I already raged before the fight. So, and where's our destination?
You don't know. You've been asked by
No, I mean, like, what
Tanara.
did the
Docks.
the
Top
box?
right. These docks up here.
Oh, the docks. Okay.
Yeah, they're loading up
Yeah.
Kinda
chests
far
with all the
away.
goods that they're stealing in those boats. We need to go retrieve those.
All right. So then I will dash.
Protect people on the way.
Yeah, I'll dash. Gonna zoom in a little here. Dash right there. Yeah. Bonus action dash to here, and as I'm going by them, I'm yelling, "I'm friendly. I'm friendly."
What's your passive perception, Axel? 16, is that right?
16. Yes.
That is good enough to see that there is somebody back here hiding in this area, just to the north of you, next to a dead body of a guard here, city
Oh.
watch. And this individual is like crawling across the ground trying to get away, as there appear to be more folk coming forward towards him.
Okay. Yeah, that guy's handsome. That's a handsome elf man.
He's getting killed.
Wait, but he's a bad guy, right?
You see a woman,
This
north
is.
person
Oh
in
god.
face paint seeming to go after him, is what I would
This
say.
is a kerfuffle. All right.
But that was all your movement, right?
It was, yes. End turn.
Okay. Bandits time. You will see this woman immediately go over to this guy, and she will use her scimitar on him. It's going to be a hit, and because he was prone and already, let's see.
Baroni.
Yeah, she's going to kill him.
Oof, hate to see it.
So he is going to
Just
get a
save
dead
that person,
condition.
Axel. Look what happens.
I didn't see them. They were, under dead bodies. But
Supposed to
look
be
at
the
that guy.
heroes.
That guy looks like he could have defended himself a little better.
Some of these, you're going to see these guards, this lone guard sort of protecting his friend, who is down on the ground bleeding, probably dead. He's doing a good job holding off these two Norsemen with his shield in this area here. But the others are going to begin coming for you. They now sense that there are new combatants in the area. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And that will be his turn, and this one will get to here to do the same. This one will rush up to this location. Let's see. I'm not going to move everything on the map necessarily, unless it makes sense. There's no need for me to take like 100 actions per turn.
We'll
let me just
allow it.
Have my immersion.
Asshole.
We'll just push some of these around. I think that's good for now. Riku, what would you like to do?
I'm glad you asked. So, I have this item that I haven't used once the whole campaign. I'm thinking about using it.
Oh, it's about
That's
time.
interesting.
Use it.
Well, first, I'm going to use an item that I've used a lot. I'm going to click my heels. So now my movement speed is increased. Double.
Mm.
We're gonna move. We're gonna oh, and also opportunity attacks are at disadvantage against me wearing the boots. So
Nice.
at any rate, I'm gonna try to avoid these two fellers and kind of give them a wide berth and try to jump up on top of this if there's anywhere it seems like I'm getting any footing up here.
Okay. Um,
So let's see how far that is first. 30, so I'd still have another 30. I try to get up this guy. I assume there's probably a roll with that.
sorry, what are you trying to climb on top of in particular? This is sort of like a market stall with like a tent over it.
Yeah, is there any way I can get on top of the tents?
It'll be difficult, but you can try to climb up. I would be I would say an athletics. No, acrobatics would be fine. You could try
Okay.
acrobatics. Yeah.
Let's give her a go. How's a 25?
That's basically what you needed because these are like little tent poles that have been stuck into the ground. You actually sort of shimmy up one using your weight to balance appropriately on it, and then you are basically tightrope walking up on top of this tent because you're not on the canvas of it. You're on the wires that are sort of being held up by the central pole, which is actually almost like a telephone pole sort of thing. And the tension of that and the way that the poles are stuck into the ground, you're able to sort of be right here, balanced.
Okay. Now, um, would it be possible? Did I use my action to get up here?
I'm gonna say your bonus action.
I used my bonus action to click my heels earlier.
Oh, okay. Um, Probably an action to do that then, because it would be difficult to do.
Okay. All right.
But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I
guess
was gonna
can't-
do the same thing over on my side, but
So you actually though, the one thing to note is you actually have a bit of a vantage point, and you can tell more of what's happening. So I might be able to reveal more to you. You now see to your east that there is a guy trembling in fear behind a gnome watchman who is cornered between a tiefling and a Northman. You can see that there are several dead
you saying
bodies.
like right here?
Yep. Just to the north of that, where you saw, there's a few dead bodies that you can now see. Trying to see if there's anything else that might make sense to reveal to you. No, I think that's about it for now.
Okay. Well, I still have. Event.
Is there anything
Uh,
else you can do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to try to move anywhere else. Where are the lads? One here.
You down there?
I guess I would try to make my way. Am I like up on this?
It will be part of your movement to be able to get up on that, especially with that 25.
Okay. Well, I guess I'd try to make my most direct path to here to go towards this person.
Okay.
So how far could I get? I still have 30 movement.
30 movement? Yeah, you can definitely like get up onto that tightrope up there.
Okay.
30 feet along.
I'll do that. Cool.
So I'd say up there, like that.
Yeah, I'll be here for the beginning of my next turn.
So you are 12 feet up, I would say as well.
Okay.
All right. You hear the sound of a horn. And it's kind of an interesting horn. It's not like a horn that you would expect the North folk to have. It's lighter, almost flutish in nature, and it's a sort of noise, eerie to it. And you hear shouting in an accent that you can't quite place, but you do recognize. And you hear this person yelling, "Get to the boats! Get to the boats! Let's move! Let's move!" And you can see a tiefling running across the stones here. And let's see if there's any others. This one's going to disengage and go here.
He wants to snipe that guy.
This guy's going to jump down. This one's going to run. This one will begin to run. Yeah, and you can see tieflings like beginning to run basically all over the place. That'll be their turn. And that's where we come back to Tenora Hadare. Riku, she is going to run this way. Let me just check one thing. "30 feet. Oh, damn, you ran away from her very far.
I did.
The
Yeah,
black
30
staff.
feet like there. She's gonna go there, and I was actually gonna have her cast a spell on you, but let me see if she can help you in some other way. Oh, that's not gonna work. She will use magic missile. You can see her casting magic missile on one of these guys, and she is going to do it at 2nd level. She's actually going to kill one of these Northmen right here, and that will be her turn. And this guy continues to run away. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Hmm. Can I see that tiefling really far away on the docks, or do I not have like a vantage point through all the tents and stuff?
I mean, I probably would have yelled down some of this stuff.
Like
No,
this one
but
up here?
yeah, I'm just wondering more of like a vantage point, or can I? Is there any way I can get some high ground?
From your point of view, Vincent, the best high ground would either be a tightrope like Riku has, or like a cart, maybe, on top of like one of these carts.
Maybe this one here, maybe.
Those you can't see very well. It's actually
Looks like
behind these
goes.
market stalls. Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna do? We gotta make our way this way. So, I'm gonna have to use movement. 30 feet's not getting me far. All right, so I can do 30 feet and then I can do another 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I just can't use an attack. But I guess that's okay. We need to,
Dash. You're saying.
yeah, dash, right? All right, I'm just gonna go up with Axel, I guess.
You do see some bad guys here, just in case you want to change your mind just based on that. And then there's this one here where Riku, down below Riku, basically. And you can see one all the way down here as well.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So, no, I think movement's more important.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna run up, dash to Axel.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your bonus action, or are you all good?
No, I'm gonna save all of my stuff.
Okay.
These stuff get buried.
Axel, what would you like to do?
I think Sir Venom. Did Sir Venom go?
Yeah, I thought he was before me. That's why
Well,
I.
you guys had
Oh,
this. You had the
my bad.
same. You had the
Earlier.
same.
We have
You had the same initiative. So
That's what. Yeah,
Oh,
go
is
ahead,
that
Sir
why?
Venom.
so Celestial has speed 30 and 40 fly. So where can he get to?
You can fly.
Yeah, dude, he's a Raven Celestial.
Cool.
He can't. Yeah, I'll have him go over here to help this guy out.
Okay.
Take a couple of swings at that barbarian dude.
Gotcha.
Oof. 12 for the first one.
That is what you need.
Nice.
Wow. Love that.
So 10 radiant damage to that guy.
He is still
And-
up.
And 6 temp HP to the guard.
The gnome. You can see some of his cuts sort of stop bleeding.
Wait, it heals at the same time?
Yeah, if I hit with it, I can give 10 temp HP to someone I can see.
Damn. That's really cool.
And then 19, so I guess that hits 2.
Yes, it does.
So another 9 radiant damage to the same guy.
And he is down.
And I will give. Let's see. I'll just give 8 temp HP to myself. To the Celestial.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I want to do with my actual character? Let's see. So I'll head towards Riku and I'll fly like a little bit above him. And then so these guys, that guy looks like he needs some help. So I will bonus action use a 4th level slot. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, 4th level slot with spiritual weapon, I think it is. Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Are either of these concentration? Both of them? One of them?
I think just the summon celestial.
Okay.
Yeah, that's concentration.
Okay, but spiritual weapon is not
It is not.
No,
Cool.
somehow it's not.
broken.
Yeah, and I'll summon him.
It isn't a
over-
broken spell.
Summon him over by the city watch guy, and he'll take an attack at let's see, at this one. Ugh, 12 to hit.
That is what you needed, actually.
Oh damn. Let's see.
This guy's armor is shit.
I mean, they are wearing what I would describe as roughly hewn hides and rags. They do not have very strong defenses.
Bunch of savages.
So 6 plus 8, so 14 damage to that guy.
And your raven's beak pierces and kills this Northlander.
Just have a large amount of guys.
And then, do I happen to see any explosive barrels anywhere within, say, 120 feet of me?
You very much do. In fact, there is a collection of oils and burning oils here.
Yeah, those I don't want to hit because I feel like that would take out the city watch guy too. So instead, I'll just I'll aim for this dude with my firebolt with a 14 to hit
That's a hit.
and 10 plus, so 10 fire damage and 8 radiant damage for 18 total to him.
How do you get the radiant damage?
Cleric thing.
Oh wow.
Any cantrip or weapon attack, I do extra 1d8 radiant.
Okay. And that guy also falls.
right, so let's see. I took down 3 dudes in my turn. I think that'll be good. And I am out of movement and actions and bonus actions. So
All right.
I'll just flap my wings menacingly in the air.
That brings us to Axel. What would you like to do?
What information could Riku have communicated to me about what's, you know?
I'll let y'all know that some of the them are making moves for the ships basically to leave.
Okay, so that dock that we were talking about.
Yeah, some are fleeing. It seems like.
All right.
Getting ready to.
And did you see who was giving the orders though? Like, would you tell me who that person was?
Perhaps I'm not sure.
He's not
I'm gonna
sure.
say you could only do the first message, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
That would probably be too much just for the
All
6
right. Let
seconds.
me do.
What about Sir Venom
measure some
flying up in the
things.
air? Would he have seen like who blew the horn?
You could have said that, yeah.
30. Wait, 50 is my regular movement.
Which one was it? If Sir Venom saw who blew the horn.
5.
Oh, it was this guy back up here.
Oh yeah, we've got an angle on him. We got an angle. All right. Yeah. So if I use my regular movement and my bonus action dash, I should be able to get to him if I like. I would take this route. I would be going here. All right. Actually, I can't. You can't see what I'm doing.
No, I can see that.
Oh,
I
you
can see
can
that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
can
be
see it.
going this way, and
Yep.
then cutting through this little slot here, and then.
Okay, so some of that's going to be difficult terrain for 10 feet. So
Okay.
I'm going to say add an extra like 10 feet onto what you had there. So I think
Alright.
it was about 45. So I think you're fine still.
30 plus 35, 65, and yeah, because 100.
75. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and this gentleman right here, was he?
He is like trying to crawl away from the scene.
Oh, so Jeez.
He's an innocent.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Yeah. So then we'll just come up to this person blowing the horn, and do a big reckless great weapon master attack at them.
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
18.
That is a hit.
Nice. Ooh, big roll.
Oh, baby.
33. 10 plus 2, 33 for that first
Okay.
one.
He is still standing for the moment, but he is very hurt.
Yeah.
More than bloodied.
More than bloodied.
Yeah.
Do we feel like we have
That's so
to...
much fucking damage. In
Yeah.
One
If
turn.
only you had like another attack you could hit him.
Yeah, I think this one, if he's really hurt, then I won't even put the Great Weapon Master on it, because I want this to land. I need it, but it's still gonna be reckless, so it's still an advantage.
Okay.
21.
Okay. And as your first attack hits him, you basically lop into his arm and you nearly take it off between the elbow and the shoulder. He goes, "No!" And he grabs your axe. He goes, "No, you don't understand." And he tosses what appears to be a shard of crystal. Let me see if I can find a picture of this for you. He tosses a shard of crystal that looks oh gosh, I don't really know how to describe it. Oh, here we go. That's exactly what it looks like. I will place this actually in Owlbear Rodeo. He tosses this shard of crystal here to the Northmen and says, "Run, get this to the boat. They need it for the ritual." And then your second attack hits him. And go ahead and do the damage.
Yeah, regular damage. 15. 15
and
yeah, plus 2. So
he falls from your second blow.
okay.
And again, go ahead and roll a dex saving throw.
All right.
This guy. Let's see. His
Could I
dex saving throw.
have was there any chance I could intercept the handoff?
If you use your
I guess I'm in the middle. I'm
movement
in the
and bonus
middle of
action.
Yeah, I've used all my. I was just
I'm gonna say no then.
squeeze a little. Yeah.
I mean, once that guy runs away, you still have your reaction, and they're like flimsy enough that he could probably take him down in one hit.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I think that is the end of my turn.
Okay. That guy is going to disengage and go 5, 10. Actually, I'll just move him with the thing. He is going to disengage, though, so that he doesn't take an
Oh,
attack of opportunity from you.
He ain't getting far.
And he is going to hand it off to this tiefling here and say, get this to the boats. You can hear him saying in like a rough sort of common. The others, that one's going to take an attack on the city watch. He's going to hit. Ooh, that city watch. He is still up. This one is going to run towards this city watch here and take an attack. That's going to be a hit. Are they going to... Yep, they're okay. They're still alive. They're not doing great, but they're alive. And then you hear a horn, and this is definitely like a Norse horn. You can see it would be these ones up on the north near the one who had originally blown the horn. They are blowing like ivory sort of husk horns made from maybe some sort of marine creature or something would be your guess. But they're blowing these horns and you can see signaling some sort of retreat. And many of these Norse folk are beginning to move across the docks as well towards the boats. That will be their turn. Go ahead, Riku. What would you like to do?
Riku will turn to Sir Venom and say, "You and Vincent save these people. Me and Axel are gonna go ahead," and then kind of give him a wink. And Riku's going to. So what would it be? Would it cost anything for me to reach into my bag of holding and take out my broom?
I'm gonna say that is a free action.
All right. I'm gonna do that. Take out my broom, so now I can fly. Now, let me see. What was the? What's that? It's my walking speed.
I think it's 60 feet, but it might be higher.
50 feet.
Nice.
Which is basically like what my dash is right now. Anyway, on my walking
Yeah.
boots. But anyway, I get on the broom. I can move 50 feet. How far away am I? Perfect. Q flies over to Axel. And then I guess I'll jump off my room and put it away. Like when I get to him. Just like put it back in my bag. And
Okay.
then like, sword in hand, just like grab Axel on the shoulder and say, "You're coming with me." And then cast Dimension Door.
Oh shit.
Because I can bring one willing creature.
You have to see where you're dimensioning to.
Well, I mean, I kind of saw ahead before from my vantage point up high.
Okay.
So I have like a really good idea of where I'm going. Yeah, we could look into the rules of like how accurately I make it there. But I can go anywhere within 500 feet, basically.
Oh, you don't have to see it actually. Now that I look at it, you're good. Keep going.
I grab Axel, say, "You're coming with me."
Oh shit.
And we're going right to this fucking dock right here.
Nice.
All right.
Yep. So me and Axel. Whoop. Let's say you're here.
Yeah. I guess I should have told you about the person with the shard.
So yeah, well, I mean, aren't they coming to the boats anyway? Isn't that the idea?
That's the gamble we're taking right now. I'm cool with it. Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Hell of a move.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It's like,
because we know this is where the loot is too,
yeah,
Yeah.
that shard seemed pretty important though, or that crystal.
Oh, we'll get it.
Well,
Would Sir
Wasn't it?
Venom have seen like the guys like tossing the shards back and forth? Like, would I know who
Ye-
has it too?
You would have, yeah, I would say you'd seen a little bit of that.
With my 21 passive perception,
Yeah.
I see everything on the battlefield.
It's got that
Well,
raven
they said
eye.
get it to the boats, and these are the boats, right?
They are the boats. Yep.
Okay, so
These
we're
are the
good.
boats.
Hey, Ronan.
Yeah, I'm just
So
gonna
that was
Spartan kick
my
people into the water.
that was my movement, my action. Let me see if there's anything I can do with my bonus action. My boner action. Oh, you know what? I'm a bard.
All right.
I could do bard stuff.
I'm a bard.
Yeah. I can do bard stuff. Let's give our pal here a bardic.
Oh,
Yep. So that's a 1d8.
okay. I
Okay.
will totally remember that.
You should. I suggest you
I
do.
just said I would, so
Okay.
consider it remembered. Oh man,
That's
this
it. That's everything.
All right.
the fire
Quite
is
the
moving.
turn. That dimension door. That was a
Yeah.
genius move.
Glad you enjoyed it. I finally used it
Like, what's he doing?
in a good way.
Does he think he's gonna lift up Axel? His weak little bard
Yeah.
arms.
Like at first, I was like, maybe like Sir Venom and Riku should chase him because we can both fly. But you don't need to fly when you can just fucking teleport people all over the place.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I
you
just
are on
take
this.
I take my strong man with me.
So you are on this gangplank, and you dimension door to it, and you immediately attract the attention of many.
This is like
Yeah.
an epic movie scene right here.
I don't
Of
know.
these-
We're just like gulp.
I'm not.
Northmen.
I'm not concerned for Axel. It's Riku that's in the tight spot.
He's gonna go here.
That's what you think, buddy.
I-
Remember the fucking thing on my head right now, my crazy helmet and shit.
Don't blow up.
So
the
they are
rock.
going to begin attacking you, and I will say they attack Riku first for a 14.
No, I have a 16 AC.
It
Okay.
says no.
And a
No.
12, and then they're going to shoot some crossbows
I
at
actually
you as
didn't
well.
know. That's legit. I
1,
had no
2,
clue.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 of them will be able to shoot crossbows. I'll go
No.
4 and 4, Axel and Riku. So the first 4
Yeah.
are going to be Riku. So this will be let's see, 17,
Hit.
Yep.
14, an 11, and an 11. Okay, so only one of them hits, I believe.
Yep.
So 8 points of damage against you, Riku.
Oh, oh, my dick.
Oh, don't make
Yeah,
that noise.
Riku's. Riku gets shot in the groin.
Axel, 10,
Miss.
15?
Miss.
Like,
17.
I picture Riku deflecting all
Okay.
of these with his rapier, and then one of them just like deflects in his leg.
So
He's like,
one
"Ah!"
hit.
Okay, so you got hit by one as well as this rain of bolts comes in on both of you. That'll be 3 points of damage against you in particular, Axel.
So. And then halved is 2. Yep.
Okay. And so Tenora Hadare sees Riku, and this would, this is all simultaneously happening, right? She sees Riku begin to jump on his broom, fly over, then suddenly disappear out of sight. And she goes, I was going to cast haste on him, whatever. And then she steps forward.
He's
and
already too fast. He's too fast.
she casts another magic missile. She's going to take this other guy out nearby. Let's see what that is. That's going to be enough to kill the closest guy here to her. She's going to save that city watchman right there. And she's going to continue moving forward in this direction. And she goes, for Waterdeep. But she says it in a pretty proper sort of accent. Sir Venom, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kill some more bad guys. So I guess we'll start with my Raven dude. Let's see. So those guys are safe now. He's going after that tiefling. So let's see. So first roll is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
And let's see. What was the attack? 1d10 plus 8. Ugh. So 9 radiant damage. And there's no one around me. So I guess I'll see for the temp HP. I'll see if I can roll. I'll keep the 8 that I had before. And then a 29 for the next hit.
That's a hit.
So 10 more radiant damage. So 19 total.
Okay.
And I'll still keep the 8 for the temp HP. Alright, and now it is time for spiritual weapon. Oh, that was the wrong spell, but same bonus. 15 to hit. He's going after the
yeah.
other guy with the city watch.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a hit.
Alright. So 2d8 plus 6. So 13 damage to him.
And he is down again. The blood on the beak of this spiritual raven is flowing everywhere. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Sir Venom, your character?
Yes, I am going to, let's see, I have 30 feet of movement. So I'm gonna go to right here, still up in the air, and then I will, let's see, I'll cast Firebolt. Who do I want to cast Firebolt on? The Tiefling that my Celestial Guard is fighting.
Gotcha.
So 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
So 7 plus 1. So another 8 damage.
How would you like to describe your kill?
So let's say I have my. So Sir Venom like flaps his wings and shoots a black flaming feather at the tiefling, and it hits her right between the eyes, and her head bursts into flames, and she falls down dead.
Okay. And as that happens, the flames suddenly turn to mist as this individual once again disintegrates like the other tieflings.
And as she's dying, can I have like the summon celestial use a bonus action or reaction or something to try to grab like the crystal?
She does not have a crystal.
Oh no.
That would be this one.
Oh, she's next.
Hey, who's moving dead bodies around? That one back.
Did I do
and
that by
that's-
accident or someone?
Oh no, you're fine. It's fine. Vincent.
Any boy.
He's moving.
Can't hear him. He's speaking.
Is it on mute?
It must be.
Dramatic
Maybe he's
effect.
just
I think he's
thinking,
having.
really hard about his.
I think
move.
he's
Oh.
having mic trouble actually
I
because
think
he
this
just
is-
went on mute and then unmuted himself.
Well, this is usually the time when he does his thing.
He just unmuted. He muted and unmuted himself, so it makes me think he actually is having like a mic issue.
Oh.
Well, have him, he can roll. We'll try to guess what he's trying to do based on his roll.
Believe it or not,
Uh,
Axel, I do have a plan.
Okay. Well, I have a plan too. Maybe our plans will go together. Maybe not.
Can you hear-
Hey,
Can you hear me now?
yes, we
Yep.
can.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna run through there, use my dash bonus action for extra movement. And we're gonna use is it second wind? Where you get my extra turn. Action surge.
Gotcha.
Action surge. And we're gonna fire off a shot at the person on the stairs.
Nice.
And I think I know we're gonna use
Well,
the
this
special
person?
shot. Yeah, we're gonna use the special shot because it's fully charged. So they got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Actually, I don't
like
know.
that.
I assume I have to hit him first, but that's fine.
I'll make the.
Snipe shot him.
Oh wow, I rolled natural 20. That's definitely a hit, even with the snipe shot. In fact, there's a chance you might kill him. So
21.
you have not killed them. They're still up, and you can see them holding the crystal in one hand.
All right. So, regardless, I'll use the thing. So it'll take half, which is of a lot. So.
Okay.
And D6 plus 40. So.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
So we'll just finish it off. I won't even roll the 10d6.
So it's at least 6 damage. So that's actually exactly what you needed. So they are dead.
Oh, this says plus 40.
Oh, plus 40. Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. They're more than. In fact, actually, so it typically
they're dead,
disintegrates
dead.
them, right?
Yeah, it does disintegrate them if they die.
So this fully disintegrates them, and they do not spew any mist or fog out from their body when they die because of your shot. And in fact, as you do this, can you roll a 1d100 for me?
What did you
I
just do,
can.
Vincent?
100. 67.
67. Give me a moment here. I'm just pulling something up. An illusory copy of the individual you just killed appears right next to them. And you know that they're an illusion because you sort of see them like pop up out of the crystal as it smashes onto the ground. And they begin to run and sprint and dive into the water.
Well, can I take a shot at it?
You
while
can
it's-
take a shot at it.
That's my. I have a second shot, so as soon as that happened, I would like to snipe shot it.
Yeah, go for it.
19 minus 5, so.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay.
That's a 14. That's going to be a hit.
We'll take it. Huh. For 20, I'm gonna re-roll it because it was a 2. I don't like
Okay.
2s.
All right.
Re-roll damage once per turn, so that's a little better. So 22.
Okay. So that's all you needed. You needed a 15 for the damage. As they run and jump off these steps, they're sort of like in midair, and your arrow hits them, and they explode for 3d10 damage in a pretty large area there. And it's going to cause a shrapnel explosion of the same color of the shard, the crystal that you saw. Oops. In this area. So it's going to actually hit 3 of those guys, and they are going to die.
Nice. You killed the shard?
He killed the shard, and it exploded and
Wow.
blew these guys up.
That's pretty cool, Vincent.
Does that count as a final kill to charge my bow one more charge?
That counts as 3 final kills.
Oh, it's fully charged again.
Collat, brother.
And then this illusory copy is gone. Is that your full turn, Vincent? I believe that was your action, second action movement.
Yeah, I guess I get second movement.
No, oh no, you only get second action. I don't think you get second movement
okay,
with
that's fine.
action
Then yeah,
surge.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Axel, what would you like to do over on the docks?
Yeah. Meanwhile, okay. Riku, you're responsible for those the dude above you and to your right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take all the ones that are below me. We're
Okay.
starting. How deep does this water look? I mean, if I was to, glance at the water, would it look deep? Or I mean, it's got boats in it. It's a little cliff. See how there's a little cliff area,
Make a history check, Axel.
All right.
And actually, you can do this at advantage. You're from Waterdeep.
You're
Absolutely.
just gonna start throwing people in the water.
What? Oh. 17.
It ain't called Waterdeep for nothing.
Oh shit! All right, so we're gonna yeet this first. This is this a woman? I think that's a woman. Man,
You're like, come here, lady.
they're just gonna shove him off of the dock.
Go for it.
Yeah. We're raging.
And
so
that
this
only
is
counts as one of
advantage.
your 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Plus 15.
They're
God
not.
damn it.
They're not saving that.
Yeah, she'll roll for that, but oh, natural 1. Okay, go ahead and roll an extra 2d6 for bludgeoning damage because you're actually going to push her so hard she smashes into this sort of cliff wall face and then into the water.
Yeah.
Like not getting knocked out.
5. Yeah.
Actually, I'll make a Constitution saving throw for her. Just to see if she gets knocked out. She does not get knocked out, but she does take 5 points of damage, and she's now in the water.
All right. And then we're coming up to this guy, and now we're going to recklessly Great Weapon Master him.
Okay.
Was she holding that fancy lockbox
23.
when Axel did that?
She was actually.
Oh, I don't even. No, that person was important. So 23 for this.
That's a
person.
hit?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I've been forgetting to do something. Very important. Okay, so this is going to be 10. So 21, 23. Is this person still alive?
They are still alive.
All right. I've been forgetting to add sneak attack to my attack. Wait, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So then another 6. So total it is shit.
You automatically sneak when you have advantage, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah. So 10 plus 11 is 21 plus 2 is 23 plus 6. So 29 total to this fella.
And she's holding the lockbox, which she does not drop, but she begins to put aside as you get close. Go ahead and describe your kill.
Oh, so this was the one with the lockbox.
They both had a lockbox. They're pretty heavy from what
like
you can
loot.
tell.
You're talking about loot. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go in the water and we'll get the other one.
All right. I described my kill. Head chop.
All right. Right down the from the skull, the cranium, or chop off.
Yes.
All
Yeah, right
go
down the middle.
tactical.
We'll go down the middle.
Down the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
And it is not pretty. And you can see there's blood pouring into the water below as her body falls just to the edge of the dock and slowly slips off into the water.
Just picture Axel splitting people like fucking logs.
And I still have my bonus action, right?
You do.
All right. So because I knock someone down to 0 HP, that means I can use my bonus action to make another attack. Who do I want to attack? Let's go down the middle. We'll go with this painted individual.
Is that a barb thing?
That is part of Great Weapon Master.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Just like chain. That's dope.
Yeah. So then still recklessly attacking. This is also Great Weapon Master. Great Weapon Master reckless attack.
Gotcha.
Ooh, 17.
That is a hit.
All right.
Damn it. You really were just going to take care of all of them below you.
18 plus 2, so 30.
How would you like to do this?
I'm going to actually unorthodox approach. I'm going to take the butt end of my axe after chopping off that one person. I'm just going to ram the other end down their throat.
God.
Yeah.
It is not a pretty sight. And as you do so, they fall to their knees and eventually succumb to the awful nature of your brutal assault.
Yeah, nice.
Riku is just stunned by what he's seen his comrade do here. That is
That's
brutish.
cutthroat.
a rampage if I've ever seen.
Yeah. We'll end turn. We'll end turn here.
Axel is literally walking up the gangplank as he does this too, right? Theoretically, Axel has the disadvantage because he does not have the high ground, and you just see blood and gore and bodies flying.
Yeah.
Like wherever he goes, his guts are just flying the other
Plan's
direction.
working. Plan's working.
This bandit or this pirate is going to run and attempt to tackle you, Axel.
Okay.
They're going to try to bring you into the water.
All right. I get an
They got a
athletics.
15.
Athletics. I mean,
That's not bad.
is it
It's not
Tygo?
bad.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
You get advantage on this.
Yeah.
Don't you have a plus 15?
27. 27.
Funny story.
Yeah. They fail to do so, and you just hold them off basically with like one hand on their head, if you so wish. The
Big
other
brother
one,
thing.
the other one is going to get here and attempt to do the same. Actually, they're going to try to drag you, and do they want to do that? She's gonna. I don't know. She has her crossbow in her hand. She'll just drop it and attack you with the scimitar,
Nice.
and she will miss. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks with crossbows only on Axel because they are now terrified of him. That's gonna be a miss. That's a 20, so that'll be a hit. That's 10. That's a 1. That's a miss. Okay, so one of them will hit. And that will be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
So only like 3 points of damage when
I
all
think
is said and done.
I round up, so it's 4.
Okay.
I gotta give these guys a fighting chance against Axel.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anyone else that he's over there? These guys are running back at this point. Might as well bring more of them back. Yeah, I think that'll be their turn. Riku, what would you like to do?
Riku. Let's see here. This is a tough one. There's so much I could do.
Yeah.
What will I do?
I will say, you do see the person in the water trying to swim and bring the chest over to that boat. So
Which
there's
boat?
like this one here. So they're in the water and they got the chest in one hand and they're swimming and trying to reach for the boat to bring the chest up into the boat.
All right, we're gonna take care of these guys that are close to me. We're gonna do that. We're gonna start there.
Okay.
Riku dons the sun sword,
All right.
pulls it out. He shows that thing. He's gonna
Gilbert
start.
Gottfried's voice strikes through your skull.
Wow, it's been ages. How you been? Now Riku swings said sun sword at the man's. 13 good enough.
That is good enough.
Okay. So there's that. 14 damage.
How would you like to do this?
We're gonna kill the guy in the boat. Because he's the first one we're aiming at.
Gotcha.
Basically Rico just like, pulls it out and then all in one motion just like fucking slices the guy's head off.
Almost like a samurai move?
Yep.
Nice.
Good draw.
And then with his second attack, he looks to the man in front of him and says, "You're next, bud." Swings again.
Whoa. That's
24.
intimidating.
That's a hit.
Oh, big damage roll.
10.
That is not a kill, but it very
Oh.
much nearly is.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. So, because of my helmet, there's more. Just gotta make sure. I do an additional fire damage roll. I think it's a d6. Yeah, 1d6. I didn't roll it the first time because it already killed him. All right, another 5.
Hey, Riku.
All right. How would you like to kill this guy?
So I chop the first guy's head off. This guy just sticks the sword in his chest and then just like twists it like where his heart would be.
Gotcha. And it's with that twist and sort of pull that you slice through some valves and arteries, and he falls dead.
Okay. Then just I rest the sword on my shoulder, and then turn to Axel and say, "You got that?" Like the group of guys starting to surround you.
You look up at Axel, and you literally see him standing over one of these individuals with his axe down through their abdomen, but the axe head is upwards.
All right. Yeah, he looks okay there, and Riku's gonna like move to try to intercept this person with the chest. And, like when they go to
Okay.
like bring it in the boat, he's just gonna like try to grab it and like kick them down.
Okay. Do you want to get in the boat yourself?
Sure, yeah. Do that.
All right.
Is it a magical boat?
I don't know. Is there anything else you can do, Riku, or is that all good?
No, I did my action and do bonus action. I guess bringing out my sword was the bonus action. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. This person will run up to here and see what's happening and say, "No, I don't know where to. I'm gonna go take this boat." And you can see her run to this boat. Let's see. There are not a lot of tieflings left. Oh, there's one here. And he can get to there.
Who else has gems?
I think that's gonna be about it.
Riku
you
and
guys have
Axel aren't letting anyone escape.
apparently not.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna chase down their main boat too and take that, right?
I mean, we're starting here, brother. One thing at a time.
Sir Venom wants that pirate ship. He called dibs.
I mean, I think the main boat would be out like far off the coast somewhere if they're using these little fellas.
I mean, 2 of us can fly.
True. And I can cast water walk on people too.
Tenora Hadare will actually cast Fly upon herself, and she will fly up in this area near you, Sir Venom, and be like, "Ah, it's good to be on the breeze again. Oh, I see that you have them handled down there. Well done." And she like looks off in the distance to where Riku and Axel are. Rather uncouth sight, nonetheless. And that will be the end of this round. And as that's the end of this round, you all hear a
Oh.
from deep in the harbor. And as everybody turns and looks,
Uh-oh.
a ship
Cavalry.
comes into view.
They better
The
not
sh-
start shooting cannons at us.
This ship is enormous, much larger than any other ship in the harbor. And it slowly and ethereally appears in the harbor. And as it fully does so, it is
Whoa.
enormous.
Oh, we gotta steal that.
Damn.
Much, much larger than any of the other ships nearby. And you can see all of the tieflings around look towards it and begin to melt and disintegrate.
It's like a
Like,
cruise ship.
literally?
And they turn to mist and fog as if they had just died. And at the sound of this horn, you see these wisps of mist and fog, some from your area at the docks, some from docks where you know other fighting had occurred, begin to move rapidly across the harbor towards this ship. And the horn, once again, calls as they shoot across the water. The tieflings are no longer in the fight.
So like they're like bound to that ship. It seems like.
It's like even the one in the water.
Even the one in the water. Now you can see Riku, you in particular.
What about Riku himself? The tiefling.
He's not pulled towards that ship at all.
Good one.
That is a good question. He's not pulled towards that ship at all. The tiefling in the water, you see the lockbox begin to sink into the ocean. This tiefling is gone. The dead bodies, if they had existed, are gone. I don't think there's too many tieflings left, though. I think they're mostly taken care of.
Patched.
Sir Venom, what would you like to do as you hear this eerie sound and see this enormous ship appear?
Sir Venom gets like a little bit of a boner when he sees that ship and how cool it looks. And he will start heading towards the boys on the dock because they're gonna need one of those ships to get everyone to the big ship. So he's gonna go this way. Let's see.
That big ship's a ghost ship, man. We can't chase that thing.
Yeah, but if we steal it, maybe that means we can have our own tiefling army. Like, what if whoever like is in charge of the ship is in charge of the army?
Not wrong.
Ambitious.
It's not wrong.
Like, I'm just saying that maybe we should absolutely 100% chase that ship and try to catch it.
So what's left down here? These Northmen?
Yes. Yeah, you've really got just north.
Viking?
And there's a bunch of them left, but they seem to be looking around in terror and panic as they see their comrades leaving without them.
Did they come on that
Yeah,
big
they're-
ship too?
I mean, they're fucked.
As far as we know.
You actually
Right.
see out in the harbor that there are 2 or 3 longboats, like Viking rowboat longboats, right?
Okay.
And the Navy was at port and they burned those ships, so they have not been attacked as of yet. But there's a few longboats out there that they're trying to return to.
Gotcha.
See. This guy can go 40.
Bet they wish they didn't burn all these other boats now.
He's I think he's I have 10 more movement.
Now they're trapped here with us.
So he's gonna go right here. Distract these guys. Let's see, I still have 30 feet. And I'm gonna also fly closer with my use an action to dash. And I already moved my spiritual weapon, which can't do anything, so that's it for me and my bird and my big bird.
Okay,
Just moving close to the
That's-
docks.
gotcha. Vincent, what would you like to do?
Vincent's gonna look around for some of these Northmen. Is there one on the dock there? Let me see.
Yeah, there's a
two over here
bunch.
still, right to your
Yeah.
left, Vincent.
Yeah.
And I think most
All
of
right.
the
Yeah.
others are.
Those. Oh, was there also? Do we have anybody in trouble around me right now? Or
No,
is
I
all of our
think
townspeople good at this point? Are they? We just doing cleanup duty here?
make a perception check,
Alright.
actually.
Okay. Perception. 13.
That's good enough to see that you don't see anybody in distress at this moment in time. It seems like most of the Northmen are fleeing. The Tieflings are gone. Anyone who's within sight who appears to be on your side seems okay enough.
And let's just start cleaning people up. So we'll go after this guy right here, this Northman on the dock near the water.
Okay.
By clean them up, you mean kill them?
Yeah. That would miss if I did a snipe shot. Probably 11,
We could question some of these people.
but that's okay. Was it 11 miss or hit?
An 11 is a miss, technically.
All right, then I'm going to redirect it to his buddy right next to him.
Oh, nice.
That is such a cool thing that you can do.
It is, right? So how about a 27?
That is a hit.
All right. So his buddy will take 23 damage.
Okay. That is a kill. And as you deflect it and curve the arrow in a moment of panic, you see it pierce through his eye, and continuing to curve, it sticks itself into the wood of the dock behind him.
And then we'll take a follow-up shot to the original target.
Okay.
15.
That's it.
All right. And 22.
And again, this arrow is placed wherever you would like on their body, and they are dead.
Boom. Good enough. And then for movement, I will just try to head to the docks 30 feet. So I guess right to these guys.
Gotcha.
That should do it.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to Axel. What would you like to do?
I'm holding my axe and I'm talking. I would like to say something to one of these ladies. I think
Okay.
yeah. Put down your weapons and surrender or die.
Make an intimidation check. Do you get advantage on that?
I mean, if you want me to have it, I'll take it.
I mean,
You're
your
saying that-
axe.
You're,
your
you're
axe.
quite the intimidating foe.
I think your axe haft is still down the other person's throat. So yeah, go ahead. Roll an advantage.
Yeah, they've witnessed this axe take like 3 lives alone in front of them right now. Probably.
Just for emphasis, we'll put our D8 on that.
Oh, is that the
Nice.
bardic? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the point across.
19.
Let me just make like a wisdom saving throw for them to see what they think. Yeah. They drop their weapons and sit down with their hands on their heads.
Oh.
Nice.
So these two do at least.
All right. I guess. So can I just spread the word and go down to the next two and be like, hey. It's like I guess I'll just go up to these guys and what can I do here?
They're about 8 feet up, so you're like looking up at them on the seawall, basically.
Oh,
You'd
this
have to
is a
go on that
wall?
ladder. Yeah, there's a ladder over here.
Ah, okay. Okay, so I started here. So then, boom. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go to this guy then. This guy looks a little more savage than the other ones. Less negotiable. And I have to go up. So, okay. How do I do if I want to go up this ladder? But this guy's kind of like camping the top of it.
I'm gonna say you can't go through them. You could take an attack on them at disadvantage, just because of like climbing the ladder at the same time.
Ooh, can I swing my axe with a two-handed axe while on the ladder?
You will have to make 2 rolls. 1, a dexterity check. 2, a disadvantage attack roll.
Hmm. Okay. Option 3.
Do it.
Okay. Have you ever played
Climb
Assassin's
the
Creed?
ladder, grab his feet, and try to.
No, I want to do like Assassin's Creed thing where I kind of go up to the top and then try to throw him.
Like down.
Yeah, like off, like
Yeah, you
grab
can do
him.
that.
Grab his
throw.
leg, take him off balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
What would a roll for that be?
I'm gonna say that would be 1 attack roll, and I'm gonna say the intimidation was one of your 2 attack rolls,
Okay.
basically. But so go ahead and make an attack roll, to like a
What?
grapple, basically.
Okay. So just what's it called? Unarmed strike?
No, like a athletics check. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do those. Still raging.
And so I'll make an opposed
Still
one.
raging.
Oh wow, 19.
24.
Okay, so they failed their check, and they will go plunging over. Which way would you like them to go?
Oh,
into
that
the
way.
water,
Yeah.
or
If I can get them into the water, sure. Yeah, I didn't even think of
yeah,
it.
you got more than +5 against them, so they'll go
Yeah.
down into the water.
And so that was 25, I think. 25, and we'll at
10 feet of movement to get up the ladder, so 35.
yeah. We'll at least get to this guy and end our turn there.
Okay. And their turns. They will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
God, the firing squads.
7,
Do it.
8.
Uh-oh.
Take all
Oh,
your-
if it moved away, do I get attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
28.
That's a hit.
So 14. 14
Uh,
radiant damage.
and as they attempt to flee, not realizing that they're still in danger, they take a stab to the back and are killed. The rest, however, all have their crossbows aimed on Axel, and they will take 7 shots at him.
7. Miss.
And man, I am rolling like absolute garbage. An
Oh,
18, that'll
that's a
hit.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
19, that's a hit.
Miss.
Hey, there we go. 3.
hits.
Axel.
Ooh, nice.
4
Okay, so
hits.
4 hits.
And that's a
So
You
crit.
really
first
scared
one-
these guys.
One's a crit.
2, 3,
Yeah, just add
and here's
this
the
up.
crit.
Add this
crit
up and give me
damage.
the total here.
It's gonna be 17 points of damage.
17, so 9.
You got all these little bolts in you now. You've got 4 bolts in you,
Oh.
and the one closest will take a swing with his sword, and it's gonna be a miss. 6, 7. There's nobody else I'm missing there, right? I think you guys have toasted basically everybody else. Yeah. Riku, what would you like to do?
Riku. Finishing. He's moving up the dock here. Oh man, they surrendered, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna smirk as he sees all these people in their firing squad set up and say, "Isn't that convenient?"
Oh shit.
And he's going to use his helmet,
Uh-oh.
cast a fireball on these folks.
Oh shit. Okay.
He wants
I
to
think
do it
that's-
in a way. He wants to do it in a way where he can hit them but not hit his homie. Homie's right here, right? So
Yeah.
he wants to probably hit all these people, but not homie.
Let's see.
That-
And it's
that's-
a
that
20,
should- that
20
should be-
foot radius?
Let's see. Fireball is
Ooh. Yeah, I get it right there.
20-foot sphere.
I think that's right. I think you can
20-foot
hit all
radius
those guys.
sphere.
That's a serious offense.
Yeah.
All right,
I
yeah.
think-
So we're gonna do that.
all right.
All right, I'll roll the damage, and it's Dex 18 for them.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage because that's going to depend on whether or not I roll a bunch of
27.
No need to roll a bunch of dexterity saving throws. Please describe the way in which you cook the human flesh of these North folk.
So Riku just kind of like sees the chest sink to the bottom of the sea that he was trying to retrieve from the tiefling who vanished onto the ghost ship, and shrugs and says, "Oh, that's too bad." And then all of a sudden turns up and stumbles on the dock, sees these two people surrendering, and then at the same time sees a whole fucking volley of arrows come from this group of people, just like all at his homie. He's like, we're not doing that. And he just points at him, and fucking you just see a fireball come from his finger. They're just incinerated.
Okay. Hold on. Let me throw something down. I've got something for this.
Let's see. I gotta take this off of my I've been keeping track of every time I use one of my Helm of Brilliances.
Nice. So
I
I've
got 21 fireballs left.
Oh, only
Bunch of-
21.
Yep.
fire here. So this area is engulfed in flames for the moment. And they are all dead. And as they all are incinerated in this horrific sort of conflagration, I think that's it. This guy is going to surrender.
Yeah,
So
Riku turns to these two and then just like puts his sword on his shoulder, says, "Aren't you glad you surrendered?" and smiles.
And Axel, you can do whatever you like, but he's attempting to surrender.
We'll accept his surrender.
And Vincent and Sir Venom, you see Tenora Hadare fly past you, out into the harbor, past the burning ships, and you can see a grim look of determination on her face as she flies past.
Is she heading towards like the ghost ship?
She's not heading towards the ghost ship. She's heading towards the two longboats that the North folk came in. And as she begins to move towards them, let me.
Can we join her? Those of us who can
I
fly.
like her tenacity.
Yeah, you can begin to follow her, and if you do so, she will say, "Stay back. I don't want you caught in this."
All right,
Stay
fine.
back.
Don't make sure don't break the ships. I want to keep at least one of them.
And she says, These are not for us. And she begins to cast a spell from afar. And you see these enormous globes of fire begin to form in both of her hands as she's flying. And you can see her chanting and then almost juggling, but like passing the balls of fire back and forth across her hands. And then she tosses them not at the ships, but up into the air. One and then two. Like almost like lobbing like a basketball towards the hoop. Just like big arm sweeping motion to lob these things up into the air. And as she does so, it's almost as if 100, 1,000 maybe, scorching rays come from each of these balls of fire directly into the two longboats in the harbor. And you can see the folk on them fleeing and jumping off, the boats being struck by the flames from the balls of fire, wood and sail catching alight and burning, casting long, dark clouds of smoke across the harbor. As she does this, she begins to turn towards the enormous ship in the distance. And the enormous ship,
Do it to that one.
once again, has the deep, resonant call to it And as you all turn to watch, the flames engulfing the other two ships and their smoke beginning to cast its way towards this enormous ship, you begin to see it turn to mist. Slowly at first, almost turning invisible or ethereal, sort of like looking like a ghost, and shifting either into another plane or into another place, and mist engulfing the harbor in the area where it once was, and it
Oh,
disappearing.
We gotta steal that.
They're running away.
All right, new main mission: steal the sweet ghost ship.
Is there any? Let's take just like a 3-minute break. We've been playing a little bit, and we'll go just to about 10 tonight. Let's take like a few minute break. Come back at 9:18, 9:20, and then we'll continue on. Is there anything you would like to do as cleanup of this? Like, would you like to dive into the ocean to try to get that lockbox, for example? Would you like to look at
Definitely.
anything?
I think homie has like armor that where he can swim like really well, right?
Yeah, I'm like excited to finally have a use for this.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
swim and breathe underwater.
All right, so let's just bring you all down over there. Is that okay with you if we're all sort of in this
Yep.
area?
Yeah.
Riku's just like trying to passively show off what he did with his fireball for those who didn't see.
I'm gonna put the prisoners over here.
I mean, I guess even you guys in a distance probably at least heard it, and then now you see.
And I was like, I had a nice vantage point. I saw it and was just like, oh shit.
Gotta.
Then also, I would say you guys should have seen Axel. This guy's a madman.
Oh, I saw. You guys put on quite the fight over here on these docks.
Axel would lower his rope so this one can get out of the water.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She
get out
comes
of
up and she'll be a prisoner over here with the others.
there.
And my raven, celestial raven, first bows to me and then bows to Vincent and then disappears in a puff of black feathers.
See anybody?
Go back.
Riku comes
Yeah,
up
well-
and slaps Axel on the shoulder. He's like, "You and me make a pretty good team. We got to step through that door more often together."
Yeah, we've been hanging out for like months now, Riku.
I know. It just feels like it's
Okay.
been a while. That's
And
all.
this, I don't know if this is I don't know. Yeah, it's that person right there. I don't know if they're dead or straggler.
Which one?
That one
Yeah,
you just,
did you
that one
guys
you were
see
just
those
on.
crystals they had?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, like I'll bring some of the city guard over here because the city guard is
Oh yeah.
rounding folk up as well.
All right.
All right, so the camps with these ones, Riku's.
Oh jeez. No.
To the mines.
That's what I meant. To the mines, whatever.
All right. Any
Alright,
hot
well,
loot? Any hot loot?
Well, I'm going to say that any loot is technically like the property of the city of Waterdeep. So if you want to steal from the city of Waterdeep, you may do so. But be it on
We
your
all
own
have,
head.
All right, before I dive in, I'd be like, Riku, hand me that bag of holding real quick. I'll see if I can find that lockbox.
Riku gives you a real stern look, and he's like, "I don't really give that thing to anyone. What are you gonna do with it?"
I was gonna put the lockbox. Dive down for the two lockbox. Did both of them fall in the ocean?
Nope, one of them is still on the dock, where it was placed, like right here.
Riku slides it in real sneaky like in his art. Don't let anyone see you.
All right, and then I would
Can I do like a sleight of hand for that?
Yeah. Tenora Hadara is on the cliff looking out away from you, though. She's looking out towards where the ship left.
Well, it's still all these guards around, you know.
Yeah, it's fair. They're
probably-
watching the others. All right,
There you
let's
go.
see. That's pretty good. That's yeah, you don't think anybody saw that.
Riku says, "Don't get any water in it."
I'll try my best. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna do a quick once over. Fly, make sure we didn't miss anyone. And I'd start flying down this way, and do like a whole loop around the whole. Man, this map
My
is
God.
huge. Do like a whole loop around.
think you missed anyone.
He's doing
And
it so he
then-
can be unseen underwater is what he's doing.
It's making a
Yep.
big show of it.
He's
Yeah.
doing a whole loop.
Then
Gotcha.
fly around,
I
check
know what he's
everything
up
out.
to.
And then, like, when I'm over here, I'd go underwater, like, over here.
Okay. And as you do that, nobody sees you. You think?
And then,
You
and
think?
then, and then underwater, swim, go underneath everything to over here, and try to find the lockbox.
Okay. Make an investigation check to see if you can find the lockbox.
Oh, session inspiration. Oh, come on. But I can breathe underwater. I would take as long as it takes to find it.
Okay. Can you breathe underwater with that armor on? Like, what's the?
I can breathe underwater, and I have a swimming speed of 60 feet.
All right. So I will say
He's a merman.
you. I'm gonna say that you're down there for a while, and while you're down there, you have to begin to feel on the actual sea floor. You find make a dexterity saving throw.
Is he more than 120 feet away?
No, he's only about it's only about 25 feet down there actually. Good enough. You don't get your hand caught in what is effectively like an old crab trap filled with hooks, but you do take a bit of damage for it.
So could I theoretically use message to communicate with him?
Yeah. Do you have to see him to use it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I would just say, "What the fuck's taking so long? Hurry up!"
So you get your hand caught in this crab trap momentarily, which you rip out, and it like pierces you as you rip your hand out, and like the fish hooks that are inside it basically shred some of the skin on your hand. It's not fun, but you're okay. You're not trapped. And after that, you find another box, which is the lockbox. It's quite heavy. Takes you a moment to swim to the surface if you so will, but you can try to put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And as you do so, funny enough, water does not just pour right into the bag. A little bit of water comes in as you put the lockbox in with your hand, but a bunch of water does not go into the bag, and you're able to close it up pretty well, you think. And that's when you hear Riku's message.
I'd be like, oh, I just found it. I'll be back in a minute. And then swim back to over here to pop back out of the water. And then fly around a little bit, fly over the fire to try to warm my cold bones up, dry off a little bit.
Gotcha. And as you fly back and land, Tenor Hadari comes over, and guardsman says, "Blackstaff," and he salutes her. "Can't believe that we all survived that, all 6 of us. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle." And he looks at Axel and he goes, "These heroes, where did you find them? I can't believe they saved us like that. That was amazing, Blackstaff." And she says, "Oh, well, the work of heroes, the work of the Blackstaff. Count your blessings today, guardsmen. Watch over these North folk. We'll put them in the brig. I do believe that the Order of Gauntlet should be here soon." And you can see that she sort of levitate flies around the cliff's edge to this location. And that as that's happening, you see and hear the Order of the Gauntlet marching through the square.
Q pulls his broom out.
And as they march through the square towards you, they get to this point, looking down upon you. "Excellent work, everyone. Blackstaff, the group called the Roosters, is that correct?"
Indeed.
Riku smirks. That's us.
"I am Commander Karth, I believe is his name. Let me get it correct for you. Commander Kargoth, excuse me. Commander Kargoth. Before you is Commander Kargoth. He is an enormous half-elf. 6'7", 6'8", very tall, very large, broad-shouldered. The sword that he holds in his hand is a full 7 feet tall. The two-handed hilt alone is 2 feet long. The blade being 5 feet, carved of pure mithril and adamantine interwoven together. Their armor is scale mail. The embodied or the description of them that I have is pretty fantastic. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. I would say that there's almost like a silvery moonish glow to their very presence, not just the armor itself. And the armor has decorations of multiple different gods, Tyr, Lathander, Saloon, all sort of embossed and broken into the armor in different ways, so that as they move and this sort of silvery essence shines off of them, they give off a light that seems to touch upon everything and cause it to look significantly more beautiful as it displays across the ground. And they come to the edge and they say, "Good work. Commander Kargoth here. Tenora, let's go back to Mert's mansion. It's the closest meeting place. I think we can speak there directly. And Roosters, I know that we have much to speak about. Some of my lieutenants have informed me of your situation, but there's more to it than that. Come, let's speak in Mert's mansion."
Yes, let us go. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a paladin gang in charge of Waterdeep.
Charge everywhere,
And
man.
with that, they'll begin to.
As they all start walking away, did anyone go to pick up the other lockbox that was on the dock,
Nobody's
or did
touched
they
it.
just like? Yeah, I'd wait for all of them to leave, and then I would grab it.
Okay. Just make a sleight of hand check as you do so.
Can't help himself.
22.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, you can toss it in the bag if you want.
Yeah.
You like just say, "Hey Riku," and just like throw it at him. He just like whoop, catches it with the bag
Yep.
of holding.
Yeah, and then
All
after
right.
that, I'd give Riku the bag of holding back.
No issues there. As you are led ahead, you're brought to Mert's mansion, which is actually just up the street, up Coin Alley. Funny enough, Mert likes to keep an eye on Coin Alley. And so as you just go, it's like 2 blocks north. You see this enormous mansion with 4 different towers sort of built off a central hexagonal sort of or octagonal sort of like center. And the towers are 2 maybe 3 stories tall by the looks of it. The mansion itself is about 2 stories tall. It's not necessarily opulent. It's a little fortress like, but the front door is open and you can see Sir Naren waiting for you before you enter. On the inside, you can see Mert and Tanara Hadore. You can see all of the other Order of the Gauntlet waiting inside as well. Sir
As soon as we
Naren,
get to the doorstep here, Riku would use his armor to change his attire to something a bit more formal.
would you like your other character?
No, I just want to fancy up my clothes.
Okay.
Since it seems like we're in a fancy place.
Oh, I thought I had a thing for you for that. Sorry, but gotcha.
I mean,
Sort of
maybe. I don't know.
Seawater in because he's still dripping.
I don't remember if I had fancy clothes or not for Riku.
I thought we did, but
That might have been
Bummed it.
Alistair. Alistair had a different outfit for sure.
oh, that's right. That's totally right.
Do any of these guys look like wizards or spellcasters?
Make a quick perception check, and I'll sort of give you a description of these folk.
18.
So at the very least, you suspect that they are all high-ranking members of their temple, church, or order, religious order, because they all hold on their armor or person regalia of a deity. You see
Well,
Tyr, you see Helm, you see Lathander, you see Saloon, and you see all of them sort of displayed in many different places. You suspect that at least 2 of them are priests or clerics of some sort, and most of the others are paladins.
The way they all have sort of like a blue motif, I'm gonna make my outfit like that color themed.
Wow.
You, let me see. I'm looking. I want to see if any of them looks like they might know prestidigitation.
Oh yeah, some of them definitely know prestidigitation.
Pretty sure one
I
of
know
them
it.
is like the token or the wizard in the player's handbook.
Oh wait, actually, doesn't Vincent know? Vincent knows that, doesn't he? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
I
it as
got
well.
you.
You think you know
Oh
this one?
yeah. Okay. So I'd go up to Vincent and I'd be like, "You think you could help me out a little bit?" And like looked out at myself, so I was like dripping water into this nice place. I was just
Yeah.
swimming in the ocean.
I would clean you up, dry you off.
Yeah. I want to be covered in fresh blood.
Excuse me, Riku says.
Yeah.
You heard me.
Yeah. This Merc guy looks like he's doing well for himself, huh?
He is.
He's got these 2 statues on the sides here. Jeez.
Murda's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
As you approach Sir Oslin, he will say to you, "Lads, careful what you say here. We're here to help the Sword Coast first and foremost. Keep the peace."
But
So are
Is-
we. What do you?
So,
What
I
gives
feel like-
you the impression we're not here to help, sir?
Sort of raises an eyebrow and he goes, "There's more at play here than you probably know. Just tongues quiet for a moment."
Riku puts his hand on his shoulder when he says, "There always is."
Sir Oslin sighs. All right, come along in.
all
At
right.
least your father's not here this time.
Do we smell any cooked food as we enter the home?
Make a perception check.
As soon as Riku enters, he says, "Ah, my lady," and like holds her hand and tries to like give her hand a kiss.
Oh,
And she
Formally.
goes, make a persuasion check, actually. Do that.
Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, Riku.
Oh.
Vincent wanders.
The 30.
Axel, you don't smell food, but you do smell lavender on the air. And you notice that there's a bunch of lavender bouquets all about this central room as you enter. Riku, you don't know if it's the smell of lavender in the air, the fact that you just saved every single city watchman, or if it's the fact that you do have to seem to have some sort of effect upon the Blackstaff. She
Yes.
proffers her hand and offers
Nice.
it up for you to kiss, and seems
Remember, he's looking on the 10s right now. He's dressed formal.
yeah. She's you think she's ever so slightly impressed.
Nice. Riku gives her a formal smooch on the hand, says "Milady," and then says, "Gentlemen, this is a fine establishment you have here."
And Mert says, thank you. This is my home. Please take a seat over here. We have much to discuss, all of us."
Of course.
You got any potatoes?
uh um and actually one of the priests, this one, the tiefling priest, as a matter of fact, steps forward and casts create food and water.
Oh.
Before you is bland food and water, potatoes though, shaped
Yeah.
at least.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
What
very
is
much,
this
Riku.
thing?
Riku holds his cup up to the gentleman for doing that.
Yeah.
My comrade here, he hungers for more than just battle. He hungers for life in general. And Riku slaps Axel on the back.
Yeah. Battle takes a lot of
He
calories.
hungers for potatoes.
Vincent, as you walk over to the statue and ask, "What is this thing?" Merc goes, "Oh, that's my 12th century statue of supposedly the old dragon that used to live under an undermountain, but no worries about that. Please, I believe it's Vincent. Please, come sit. None of you at this moment are in trouble. We wish to talk."
Yes, Vincent, join us.
Why would we be in trouble?
And at this, Commander Kargoth speaks up, and he says, "Well,
Here we go.
there was the incident at the Afterlife Casino. but and he's sort of leaning over the chair as he says this. There's more to it than you know. More to it than Mert and Tenora know. Only myself, Captain Caven, and he points to the woman behind him. Captain Caven, as he introduces her. And he says, only the two of us really were able to figure it out. You see, Quinton Togglepocket, the casino owner, had sold his soul to none other than Mammon, one of the devils of the Nine Hells. Those tieflings you killed, the goods that you stole from him, they were produced from the Nine Hells themselves. Considering these facts, we do not believe it appropriate to press charges upon you at this time, especially in light of the favor that you've provided to the city of Waterdeep and Mert and Tenora Hadare, who both bow their heads and say thank you.
We appreciate that, and we only wish to do the realm good.
Are you being honest?
Yeah, Riku's smiling.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
Is it an honest smile?
I'm going to just roll. I'm just going to roll a d20 on that. Can you roll a deception check?
You got it.
He nods his head. Appreciate it. Your actions today have shown us that that is true, whether or not your previous actions had shown us something different. From the bottom of my heart, thank you from the city of Waterdeep and the Order of the Gauntlet. This is our home in many ways, just as it's Mert's and Tenora's and the City Watch's home. And to save every single member of the Watch is, frankly, astonishing. It's not something that we would have expected in the best of circumstances. The number of dead is atrocious, however. And that brings us to the next topic at hand.
Go on.
The Order of the Gauntlet, would like to ask you several questions. One, about the items you had in your possession, and two, if you would take on a task for us. Which would you like to discuss first?
We love tasks, but let's let's get the unpleasantness out of the way. What do you want to know about our previous endeavors? Let's hear it.
At this, the tiefling leans forward. The tiefling leans forward and he sort of says to you, as you so know now from Sir Oslan Naren, we saw a book in your possession. We would like to know what this book was and where it came from. Can you tell us more about this, please?
Quick question. On the how long did the walk over to this place take?
It was like a 5-minute walk.
Oh, I was just wondering if I had time to cast that the telepathic thing on the way in.
Yeah, you would have actually. If you want to say that you did that, that's fine.
Sweet, yeah, so I do that so the four of us can talk telepathically without anyone knowing while we do this. While we're interrogated.
Okay. And he introduces himself as Lord Andromancis. Tell us about the book. Where did you find it? What was it?
We're not sure, so we gave it away, and it's being taken to Candlekeep. It's probably already there.
They all, of course, kind of look at each other in surprise. You gave it away, Lord
That's right.
Andromancis?
Yeah, it was a trusted companion. It was.
That's right.
Have you guys ever heard of Barovia or Count Strahd? Strahd von Derevich, whatever. What was his name?
Von Zarevich, yeah.
Riku looks a
Von
little surprised
Zarevich.
that you're telling them all this, but
They seem nice enough.
Make
Plus,
a persuasion.
We took down Barovia. Brag about it.
Make a persuasion check, Sir Venom.
well, it makes them sound outlandish a little bit, telling them all this. Giving the book away is one thing, but
We are heroes.
Let me just make a check. I mean, they don't know of Barovia. Is there anything in particular you'd like to tell them about Barovia?
Riku would just say, "Look, it's a long story where the book came from. Just know that it's in good hands and it's on its way to Candlekeep to be studied further by the proper authorities." And he looks at them and says, "Not to say you guys are not the proper authorities, but we believed Candlekeep at the time to be the safest place, so that's where it was heading."
You can see many of the paladins and clerics sort of looking amongst each other. Monduise looks over at Savra Bellabantra, and they sort of have like sort of share sort of like their eyebrows raised together. Some of the other paladins are folding their arms, shaking their heads, but not saying anything as you're sort of saying all this. And
Riku's-
finally, Lord,
Riku's
oh no, go
starting to
ahead.
get the impression they don't like Candlekeep.
Nara Hadore sort of steps up and says, Candlekeep, you say? Commander Kargoth, we can reach out to friends at Candlekeep and ask for the lookout. There's always the possibility that whoever is entering Candlekeep may submit this book as their entry fee. Kargoth sort of nods his head. That could be. And Kargoth looks back at the four of you and says, please, tell us more of this friend.
Well, what do you guys want the book for?
And Lord Andromancis once more sort of speaks up, and you get the sense that he's probably like a lore keeper or like a head of research of some sort. The book exhibited extreme powers of the sort that the Quainon identified immediately. In fact, the Quainon, and Commander Kargoth slaps his hand on the table as Lord Andromancis is about to say something. He says, Andromancis, please, no further with that. And Lord Andromancis sort of puts his hands up. Apologies, Commander. The Quainon identified this powerful object, and it zeroed in on the two of you, and he sort of points at Riku and Axel and says, now, we're not saying that either of you have done any ill with this item, but this item has the potential to cause folk to do ill, we suspect.
We know for sure it is definitely a supremely evil book. Should be handled by nothing short of a deity would be able to handle this thing.
And they kind of all look
We
stunned
certainly-
as you say this.
This is why it's being traveled in secret. And
Yeah, we
wish,
don't
we
for
wish
sure
we don't even
want
know where it
fall
is,
into
to
the
be
wrong
honest.
hands.
So we can't really help you if you're looking for it, but we know it's on the way. You know, we can at least tell you that.
Again, the paladins who had their arms crossed at this point are saying, Commander Kargoth, we need to find these folk immediately. What is this rubbish nonsense? And Kargoth puts up his hand, and almost at once, the paladins and the clerics at his side. And you notice now that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them in total. 12 under his command. Fall silent. Gentlemen, if this item is truly as evil as you suggest, it should be in the hands of those who know how to snuff out evil.
I'd like look at Commander and be like, do you intend to use it, or do you intend to destroy it or keep it safe?
Well,
And-
Riku would say, "Forgive me, Commander, for didn't you just say yourself that the book means to control people? Well, would it not be dangerous for someone as strong as you?" Or he looks around and he says, "Or you're meant to, fall ill to this book? Wouldn't that not feed it more power than it already has, and potentially cause an even bigger disaster than what could possibly happen if the book were just to safely travel?"
It would indeed. But that's not to say that the one that you sent it off with is to be trusted.
Ooh, we can talk
Well-
like in our heads, right, to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Riku.
Riku would say, "Well, we got it this far without any issues."
And you say that to
So-
Commander Kargoth?
Yeah.
And he sort of nods his head and says, fair point, though maybe just a lucky break. Is there something you wanted to say, silently, Axel?
Oh, I was gonna maybe suggest to Riku that he tries to gaslight these group of dudes and turn his friends against him, because he's being awfully bossy, and they all seem like they're like capable of handling themselves, and they're all just being submissive to this
Well, it's
one guy.
because it's showing how strong this one guy is. Basically, if he can just keep
Yeah,
all
but
these
if you could-
motherfuckers
Like
in
he's
line.
being bossy because he is the boss.
Yeah,
but
he's
if you
strong
could
as fuck.
manipulate the rest of them into like maybe not taking his shit, and then like you split this
Yeah.
group up and make them weaker by you know.
But also, like, silently, Sir Venom's gonna say, like, we've been trying to get this book like somewhere safe, like with people who
if
can
I'm-
take care of it. And, like, these guys kind of seem like they might be.
If I'm reading the
capable of handling
situation
it.
correctly, this is like the fucking D&D FBI right here.
I
Like,
was picturing
Yeah.
more Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, I think the way that you should think about them is that they are a religious paramilitary force that is allowed to go between cities, which is incredibly rare across the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Like they're allowed to go between Silvery Moon, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, El Terrell, and they are given free reign to arrest whoever they need to arrest
Dang.
because they have
Cool.
helped directly ensure the peace of the Sword Coast, the peace and prosperity of the Sword Coast for the past 25 years or so, ever since they obtained the Quainon.
Sound like a bunch
So
of
they're like the ultimate
self-important
good
bullies.
guys.
Sorry, say that again, Sir Venom. What did you say?
They're like, seems like they're like definitely good guys.
They are known as the shining light of the
But-
Sword Coast.
Well, my point, it was still, still the same. Like if the book were to take them over, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, tell them
You
about Uriel. Tell them
Yeah.
what happened to Uriel.
Yeah, our friend succumbed to the powers of the evilness of the book, and it just devoured him completely. And what became of him was a monster, like the likes I've never seen.
Yeah, we're
They
just, we're
sort
not
of-
quite sure you understand just how powerful
And
this
this,
book is.
yeah, this is just a fraction of like not even scratching the surface of what this thing could probably do.
It
this
was
thing
used
could-
in
could
the
rip a
rebirth
hole-
of a god.
It could rip a hole in this dimension and birth 1,000 more demons like the ones we saw, or whatever monster it was. Like this, who knows what it's capable of?
And Commander Kargoth is looking at you as you say all this. All the others are silent. Not even their armor is creaking. They don't shift. At this he goes, Captain Caven, we begin the search. Between the road, between here and Candlekeep. Gentlemen, I don't think this conversation is going to go much further. Those under my command and I, we are going to search for whoever these folk are who have this book. Whoever they are, we will find them. And he nods at Tenor Hadare. And the Black Staff will do her part to help ensure that if it arrives at Candlekeep, we will know who it is. I apologize. I don't care if they're your friend, though. We need to find them, and we need to find this item. So far as I can tell, you are speaking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If you have lied to me, I will take that personally. And I will remember it.
Telling you, we like everything we've told you so far has been true.
And no need to go about the formality of it, but if you were to subject yourselves to a zone of truth, would this still hold?
Yeah,
So be it then. We all heard it here. If we ever have to go that route, then we shall. But no need for the time being.
everything's
Sonora?
been cordial up to this point.
And we appreciate that. That brings us to the second order of business. Because you've shown yourselves capable, both through a potentially illicit action, which ended up being a lucky break, and through saving an entire section of the harbor of Waterdeep, we would like to ask you to do a job for us.
Sure, let's hear it.
Since we're going to chase after this friend of yours and find them, we cannot go after the dancing devils and those who struck the harbor itself. In fact, my understanding is that they live somewhere off of the Moonshay Isles to the north of them. I believe that it's known as the, let me find the name, the Corin Archipelago. Somewhere out in the Northlander Isles within the Sea of Swords. And at this, he sort of draws out a map. Let's get the map back out. And he sort of shows you the Corin archipelago here.
Neat.
We would like to give you a ship to go to the Corin archipelago and to understand who the dancing devils are, why they keep striking the Sword Coast, and, possible, get them to stop. Now, however you do this is your own prerogative. They've shed enough blood that an entire annihilation of them at this point is probably warranted. That is not something we ourselves will ever engage upon.
So
You,
have
however, are free to do as you wish.
these attacks made it as far north as Neverwinter?
They've hit Neverwinter once before. They've gone all the way up the Chionthar River to Baldur's Gate, which is something like 100 miles inland, and they
Really?
are supposedly have been seen at Fort Morninglord down by El Terrell. They have now hit Waterdeep as well, which was the last major city they'd yet to hit on the Sword Coast.
Okay, well, sure. I mean, if they've actually been in Neverwinter, then that affects us, affects the whole Sword Coast. Apparently, we should maybe look into this, fellas. We have the time, depending what our schedule's looking like here.
You had me at give us a ship.
Yeah.
Sir Venom is in for a nautical adventure.
Well, I
Then-
just mean, what else do we have on the docket? Like, we can definitely do this, but
Yeah.
we had some other things in mind.
Completely irrelevant question. Axel says with mouthful of potato. So
Everybody turns to you.
if we, as you know, we've maybe some stuff happened in Daggerford. If we were to go back there and finish up business, would that be wrong?
They all kind of look at you blankly and they finish up it. I mean, and you can see Captain Caven, who is holding a spear in the background. They have this sort of like, almost like a eagle beak mask is the only way I know how to describe their helmet. They've got this like smirk on their face, and Commander Kargoth simply says, "What you do in your spare time is not my problem, as long as it brings no ill to the people of the Sword Coast."
Cool. Yeah, we'll do your fight ghost ship mission. If we can, go to Daggerford and do our thing.
Seems like everybody gets what they want. Riku
Yeah.
smiles.
Commander
Then,
Kargoth goes, "You won't tell us who has the book?"
Book is he?
Oh, I don't think. I mean, if you're as good as you say you are, then you shouldn't have a problem finding him. Riku smiles and holds up his glass.
Damn, I got a book on
We'd have
Mind
to
Flayers.
discuss that amongst ourselves before we give you a concrete answer.
We're just, trust me, Commander. This is for your own safety, if anything. We're cooperating, but we don't want to potentially cause something catastrophic if the worst were to happen. If you did get this book in your comrade's hands.
Okay. We know now that it's with someone who's definitely he's capable of keeping it safe and keeping it from corrupting himself.
Okay,
Correct.
so it's a man by the sound of it. This is good.
Enough, Sir Venom.
We should. Axel
You'll never
pretends to
track down our
yawn.
orc friend carrying the book.
Riku pulls out his like never-ending wine jug and says, "To new beginnings and to our lovely host, and the lovely lady." He like looks over at the Blackstaff and holds out a glass to toast and like tries to hand out wine to people who want it.
As you begin to like hand out wine, Mert's like, here, here, as I said. And the black staff simply like says, not now, thank you. Whereas none of the Order of the Gauntlet takes a glass. They all sort of look at Commander Kargoth. Kargoth looks back at them. "Gentlemen, I will leave Mert and Tenora Hadare to set up your ship. We must be off. Lord Antromansis, begin the preparations for the scrying. You know what to do. And they all begin to trudge out. We'll be in touch.
I'm sure we will.
All the paladins are now going to take their leave. As you are with Mert and Tenora Hadare, they say, well, you'll be given a galleon. You will be given a crew of some of the finest of Waterdeep's navy. They will be loyal. They know what the drill is. And considering the service that you've done to Waterdeep, my sneaking suspicion is they'll probably look upon you as heroes after your actions today. And frankly, you are. From the bottom of
Riku-
my heart, thank you.
Yeah, Riku looks at them and is like, "Is there a teleportation circle on this galleon by chance?"
And Tenora Hadare sort of like raises an eyebrow and says, "There is not."
And Riku's like, "Oh, that reminds me." He gets closer. He's like, I still have to get yours." Then he just like gets close and
Heyo.
smiles.
And she begins to laugh and she says, "Another time, Riku."
Oh.
Okay.
Mert sees this exchange. Do you have something to say, Axel? Go for it.
I was just thinking in my head, the other, my comrades here, we need to use the sending stone to communicate with Rictavio. That
Oh,
people are
definitely.
people are looking for him.
I have sending as a spell. I was already gonna give him a heads up.
Well, I bought him.
Why do
a
we have the
sending
stone?
Oh,
We made just in case we ran out of spell slots. We already have him and me
Hmm.
have connected sending stones
Alright.
already.
okay. Well, the other thing was they mentioned scrying, and they had been scrying on us before, so we have to keep that in mind that they could be scrying on us like at any time.
All right.
Like,
Huh.
they probably think we're gonna give them a heads up, so keep that,
And you
Yeah.
guys are looking at each other silently, sort of
Yep.
back and forth. And Mert
Mhm.
and Tenora suddenly sort of notice that you're like looking at each other silently back and forth, and they're like, "Ah, a smart way to communicate, I see."
Yeah.
But nonetheless, as heroes of Waterdeep, you will be provided with a ship, a crew. You need not pay them. You have them for a full year of service at your pleasure.
Damn.
It is yours to
Wow.
command and take where you will. And most importantly,
Let's hear it.
there's 5,000 gold for each of you.
Each.
And he
Ooh.
pulls out of what is clearly a bag of holding a writ of decree that you can use at any bank in Waterdeep to get 5,000 gold.
Wow.
Nice.
That's mighty kind of you.
Well,
Oh, the city really likes this.
they do, and frankly, we need heroes of your ilk, regardless of what Commander Kargoth may think about your inability to give up a friend. It is commendable, I understand it, though maybe a little misguided considering the power of the item within their possession, if what you say is true. And Tenora says, that's an understatement. Nonetheless,
I'm sure the old paladins appreciate a little sport. Riku smiles.
We just met these paladins, and one of them was just hunting us. We had to
Yeah.
make sure that they're on the up and up before we just give our friend.
It goes both ways. We're friends, but that comes at a price at this point.
fair enough.
But not you. And he like signals to both of them. I mean, and then he says, looks at the bags of gold. I mean, besides this, obviously.
How,
We were friends before this. This is just extra.
in your opinion, Blackstaff, how trustworthy are these paladins?
She sort of ponders it for a moment, seemingly turning it over in her mind. Well, the Sword Coast has experienced unparalleled amounts of peace. Monsters roam further and further away from roads, villages, towns, and cities. No large-scale threat has come to our shores in quite some time, the dancing devils being the only exception, frankly. And, well, the fact that we're able to give you 5,000 gold apiece is sheer evidence of our prosperity over this time frame. I would say that the Order of the Gauntlet has been an incredible force for good, though I do understand your natural wariness of their religious fervor. And she
Yes,
sort of
I'm not much a fan of a zealot.
Yeah, especially
I'm not-
considering this book has the power to, bring a god to life.
I find people who think in absolute a bit much for my liking.
fair enough. I understand the sentiment, but I would say they are on their way. They are trying to do well by everyone.
I get it, but so are we. Riku says. Everything we said was true. Like even you, my lady. I wouldn't want that book to fall into your hands, even though I trust you with my life.
He sort of raises an eyebrow and says, interesting. And why do you think Candlekeep is a better place for it?
Well, isn't that what they do? Like they. I assume those books not quite as bad, but nearly as bad. There are things of immense power in that nature, right? That's what I've been told.
And she looks at the lot of you and she says, I wouldn't say any of you are gifted with supreme intellect, but I would say that you've somehow stumbled upon maybe the brightest idea.
What's that?
Sending the book to Candlekeep.
Ah. Well. Yeah. Well, it wasn't our idea, so that's why it works.
Even better.
Yep. But it was the best one that was presented to us, so we took it.
Well, I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, because if
Even
those
if
guys
you-
caught it with us, we probably would have been in jail right now. Riku smiles.
And at this, Burf starts to laugh, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know if you'd be in jail, but well, you wouldn't be very comfortable, I suspect."
Yep. It's funny how things work out.
Sort of shrugs. Well, would you like to leave in the morning? Is there anything you would like to wrap up here in Waterdeep before you go off? Do you need a few days? I just need to know so that we can prep the galleon for you.
Oh, yeah. Get
I
that.
think we need a little bit of time to absorb this, what's happened, and then we'll make way, right, boys? Something like that. We would have to settle our affairs before we take leave, right?
I need to buy a pirate
Yes.
sword at the very least.
Yeah, we would at the very least have a little bit of shopping to do, I'd imagine, with this, free
the way
monies.
the way you keep
Or gambling,
saying this,
Riku smiles.
I have no idea what's. Yes.
At this, Mert kind of thinks, does a 10-day sound good?
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just leave on a whim, Axel? Is that what I'm feeling here?
No. I was thinking how long ago? Because remember I had that jacket getting made, the duster of
Oh yeah.
something. I'm trying to think of how long ago that was. But
What
I think
was
you said
that?
3. I think you said 3 10-day. It's 2 or 3 10-day. It was a duster. I think I already have it made. I just have to add it.
Gotcha.
Add.
I thought we had some other side quest in the works too.
Add
I just
item.
can't think of it at the moment.
Going to Daggerford, but yeah.
Daggerford was one, and then the other one was that Axel was told some information by the Ram.
Oh yeah.
In case you wanted to go up that way. Let me see if I think I might have the quest thing. Give me a moment.
And that jacket was called Duster of the Drunkard.
Duster
So it was
of the
it was
Drunkard.
Amulet of the Drunkard, but we just changed it so that I could
Yeah,
Oh,
made a
okay.
jacket out of it.
Yeah. Because we used the goat hide.
Regenerative qualities.
Let me see.
That's something
I
I'll have to,
thought I had.
have to make a quick
I can't
teleport.
seem. I swear to God that I had like a little quest thing up here, but I can't seem to find it.
Axel made one at one point.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Quest log. Oh no, this is an old one for Kresk. But yeah, so I think the only other thing that I vaguely remember would be what Glenn told Axel. If there are other things people would like to do, let's sort of talk about it over the next week, because there's a lot of different ways we can go next session, or actually over the next 2 weeks or 1 week. Are we gonna play? We're gonna play Last Haven next week. And And then is everybody back good to play on the 17th?
I think
Yep.
so.
All right.